Hello, and welcome to CommonSensePolitics.tv. Former CIA director says no evidence of Trump-Kremlin collusion. A former acting director of the CIA who advised the Hillary Clinton campaign says he has yet to see even a spark of evidence that the Trump campaign colluded with the Russian government during the presidential campaign. Michael Moore also said Wednesday that he has serious questions about the 35-page dossier alleging campaign collusion because the author of the document paid his sources through intermediaries. On the question of the Trump campaign conspiring with the Russians here, there is smoke, but there is no fire, at all, Moore told a crowd of intelligence analysts at an event hosted by the Cipher Brief, a website that monitors the intelligence community. NBC News first reported Moore's remarks. "There's no little campfire, there's no little candle, there's no spark. And there's a lot of people looking for it." The dossier, which was compiled by former MI6 agent Christopher Steele, cites various sources who claim Trump advisors worked with Russian intelligence officials to influence the election. But none of the most serious claims in the dossier, which is a series of memos, have been verified. There are also serious doubts about Source E, a source of the most salacious information in the dossier who has been identified as Sergei Milyan. Moore, who retired in 2013, said that he recently learned that Steele paid for the information in the dossier, which is a compilation of memos dating from June 20 to December 13. The ex-spy also obtained the information through intermediaries, not first-hand. "That raises red flags," said Moore, who during the campaign called Trump an unwitting agent of Russia. "Unless you know the sources, and unless you know how a particular source acquired a particular piece of information, you can't judge the information, you just can't," Moore said, according to NBC News. "I had two questions when I first read it. One was, how did Chris Steele talk to these sources? I have subsequently learned that he used intermediaries," he added. Moore initially wondered what motivated Steele's sources to provide the information in the dossier, but subsequently found out that the retired spy paid intermediaries who, in turn, paid the sources. "And that kind of worries me a little bit because if you're paying somebody, particularly former FSB officers, they are going to tell you truth and innuendo and rumor, and they're going to call you up and say, 'Hey, let's have another meeting, I have more information for you,' because they want to get paid some more," said Moore. "I think you've got to take all that into consideration when you consider the dossier," he continued. Moore also pointed to former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper last week that he saw no evidence as of January 20, when he left office, of Trump-Kremlin collusion. "Thought's a pretty strong statement by General Clapper," Moore said Wednesday. Thanks for watching and good night.